And that is where we begin here at 5:30 with the death of a woman in Warrensville Heights. She was a business owner and a prominent member of her community, Amanda Williams. She was murdered on Monday.
And tonight, as the community grieves that deep loss, detectives say they have a suspect in custody.
Trial begins today for the man accused of killing his fiancée last fall.
Back in October, Warrensville Heights police responded to a call from 41-year-old Terrell Edwards, who said he just killed his fiancée. Police arrived at the home and immediately sent Williams to the hospital, where she was pronounced dead.
I just her good over the message, and she just, she was trying to come to my side. I can't get everything. I know I'm 58 pounds.
Some closure. I need some peace with her children to move forward. That's all. We just need some peace and justice. That's all we asking for. She did not deserve this.
On October 9th, 2023, pandemonium broke out at a local apartment home in Sunset Drive, Ohio. A couple had been arguing intensely until 6 gunshots were heard. Moments later, police swarmed the area, only to find Amanda, a renowned businesswoman, dead at the hands of her partner. Initially, he claimed he killed her in self-defense, but when investigators revealed the true reasons behind her death, it sent shockwaves throughout the entire community. It was in the lush town of Warrensville Heights, Cleveland, Ohio, that the tragic case of Amanda Williams took place. This suburb is well known for its good schools and public services, as well as several parks and recreational facilities. Another thing that makes this place thrive is the multiple businesses run by corporations and individuals. And Amanda Williams was one of the privileged individuals who owned their own business in the suburb. Her salon, the A La Mode Styles, was a successful business and her main source of livelihood. Amanda had lived in Cleveland, Ohio, all her life. Born in April 1977, she grew up in a faith-filled family and kept her faith up until her adulthood. Her reputation as a positive-minded individual and well-known hairstylist in the community preceded her, and she also took this personality to her social media page. Amanda's posts didn't revolve around sexy outfits or other topics most women usually do. Rather, her posts focused on personal and professional growth as well as self-improvement. Amanda used herself as a case study in these posts, sharing her wins and the habits that brought her thus far. Her most spectacular achievement was her flourishing business and her family. Speaking of family, she had 2 daughters whom she loved dearly, as well as her partner of 6 years, Terrell Edwards. Terrell was a hospital worker and Walmart driver. Amanda's relationship with Terrell was a serious one, with marriage in view. Amanda shared most of her happy moments with Terrell on social media, like their special lovers outing on Valentine's Day and their trip to Las Vegas. But you see, behind the scenes, something was going on, something that would later escalate into a full-blown tragedy and send shockwaves throughout the entire community. There are times when things seem like a bed of roses, and then there are times when it seems like the whole world has turned upside down and things are falling apart real fast. Amanda's relationship with Terrell had passed the rosy stage and was now at the point of trouble and issues. Despite their 1-year engagement, the couple was having massive fallouts with each other. It was so bad that they began attending couples counseling, although it's still not verified. Reports from family and friends claim that Terrell had a habit of abusing Amanda, both emotionally and physically. Rumors also have it that the 41-year-old Terrell had done similar actions to other women he had dated in the past, and one woman even filed a restraining order against him in the past. And so, Amanda, seeing all of these red flags and stuff that could ruin her perfect life, started making plans to leave Terrell. Unknown to her, this would be her biggest mistake. She soon became another victim of Black domestic violence. It was on October 9th, 2023, when pandemonium broke out at a local home in Sunset Drive, Ohio. It was Amanda's home. The veteran stylist had gotten into another altercation with her man, and this time Amanda was demanding that Terrell should leave the house. It was a heated argument and soon became a full-blown fight, and that's when the neighbors heard the gunshots. At first, it was unclear who fired the shots, but moments later, after police responded to a 911 call from Terrell, it became clear who the victim was. Officers who responded to the call found Amanda at the brink of death, with gunshot wounds all over. Emergency rescue was summoned to the scene, and Amanda was transported to South Point Hospital, but it was too late. The young mother of 2 succumbed to her injuries and sadly kicked the bucket that night.
Trial begins today for the man accused of killing his fiancée last fall.
Back in October, Warrensville Heights police responded to a call from 41-year-old Terrell Edwards, who said he just killed his fiancée. Police arrived at the home and immediately sent Williams to the hospital, where she was pronounced dead.
Police wasted no time in arresting Terrell Edwards. However, when he was questioned about what happened, he claimed he had been arguing with Amanda when she pulled out a knife and held him hostage in their bedroom. Tyrell claimed that he was scared for his life, and so when Amanda launched at him with a knife, he reached out for his gun and shot her 6 times. Tyrell's account of the story was recorded on body cam audio.
She grabbed the fan out my hand while I'm trying to record and took the knife and put it to sling and pushed the sling over on the phone. And then she slid the phone. And then she comes out to me, so I'm running around the room. I jumped up on the bed. And when I jumped up on the bed, she tried to come down on me with the knife. So I grabbed her gun from under the mattress and she jumped her, she was trying to come down. I shot, man. I can't get her, baby. I know I'm putting the knife down.
Somehow it seemed that Terrell, a full-grown man, would be so terrified as to shoot his fiancée 6 times in self-defense. Yet, it was all the cops could gather from the situation. None of the kids had seen what happened, as they had been playing upstairs. Terrell was the only witness, and so the police had no other choice but to believe his story. This is why, barely 2 days after the death of Amanda, Terrell Edwards was set free. Police simply didn't have enough evidence to charge him for murder. You see, for one, he was the one who called the cops. Unlike most cases of domestic violence that end in murder, Terrell didn't run away from the crime scene. Instead, he boldly called the cops, like someone who was sorry for his actions or never intended things to turn out the way they did. Also, police found the knife in the bedroom, the same knife Terrell claimed Amanda had used to hold him hostage. But then, again, some parts of his story just didn't add up. For one, if Terrell truly never intended to kill his fiancée and only shot in self-defense, why did he have to shoot 6 times? A single gunshot would have been enough to weaken Amanda or send her off, but Terrell didn't shoot once or twice, but 6 times. These shots were more relatable to someone who fired with the intent to kill, rather than scare away the other party. Nevertheless, Terrell was let loose, and as you would expect, members of Amanda's family, as well as her close friends, weren't too happy about this.
I'm Amanda's brother, I'm Joey, and thank you, Vaughn. And I need justice, so, I mean, however gotta come, I need it. You see all these people behind me? I mean, she is loved by a lot, she got an army behind her, and we begging for it the right way, we want justice. And thank you again, Vaughn. Come here, Mike, listen to me.
I have to live the rest of my life knowing that I wasn't there for my baby. She must have been terrified. She must have been terrified for her children downstairs. And I just need some closure. I need some peace with her children to move forward. That's all. We just need some peace and justice. That's all we asking for. She did not deserve this.
And we want this not just for our family, for any woman to be killed and only have an hour and a half or 2 hour investigation about it. That every woman in Warrenfield or any city should be scared.
The heartfelt tears and sorrow of Amanda's family resonated strongly with the Cleveland, Ohio community. So it wasn't long after this that a massive campaign began. The campaign, which was both physical and online on social media, mounted immense pressure on the authorities for them to thoroughly investigate Amanda's death. And as fortune would have it, the authorities yielded to their pleas. About 23 days after the death of Amanda, the Warrensville Heights Police Department issued an official statement saying, after an investigation into the facts, information was presented to a grand jury sitting in Cuyahoga County. That grand jury voted in favor of issuing an indictment in the case of the death of Amanda Williams.
Information was presented to a grand jury sitting in Cuyahoga County. That grand jury voted in favor of issuing an indictment in the case of the death of Amanda Williams. Subsequently, the Cuyahoga County Prosecutor's Office issued an arrest warrant for suspect Terrell Edwards for the homicide death of Amanda Williams.
Following this development, Terrell Edwards was rearrested. It was revealed that Terrell's claim of self-defense may have been part of a predetermined plan to kill her. After his arrest, Terrell was held on a bond of $1 million. Meanwhile, while all this was ongoing, friends and community members were still mourning the death of Amanda.
I truly love Amanda. a single bouquet of flowers.
It's empty right now. Lost for words.
Outside a la mode style salon in University Heights.
I hate to hear it.
Fills an empty spot as the community mourns the loss of Amanda Williams.
That's Amanda right there.
I've been knowing Amanda for at least 30 years, and we've been friends, buddies, from the day I met her.
Williams not only built a popular salon, but also a family-like network among neighboring businesses.
Just the little things that I'm gonna miss. So much love.
It's gonna be hard. It's definitely gonna be hard.
Rachel Owens says she feels an emptiness in her heart too.
It's definitely gonna be hard. Thank you, Rachel.
She runs a business upstairs from Williams' salon and says she will miss coming down to chat with her friend.
The tears and heartache would finally come to an end when law enforcement indicted Tyrell, the man whom friends and family had long suspected of murder. This time around, Tyrell was indicted of 1 count of aggravated murder, 2 counts of murder, 2 counts of felonious assault, and 1 count of domestic violence. The case was taken to court, and for a while, it seemed like Tyrell's self-defense cover-up story was going to win the day again.
Unmistakable about this man, at the moment he shot, did not want to be stabbed with that knife. And it was imminent, and that's the choice he made. And we believe when the court instructs you on self-defense, that is self-defense, and that's the only choice he had.
Testimony began with County Deputy Medical Examiner Dr. Elizabeth Mooney taking the stand as the first witness. She explained to the courtroom that the cause of Amanda's death was gunshot wounds and the manner of death was homicide. Despite 6 shots being fired, Dr. Mooney identified 8 gunshot wounds on Amanda's body. When the prosecution inquired whether the 6 shots Tyrell fired could account for all the gunshot wounds, she affirmed that it was possible for a single bullet to cause multiple wounds. Before the start of the trial, jurors learned that Tyrell made a series of cell phone video recordings that captured the argument and audio of the shooting.
You gonna stab me?
I'm going to defend myself.
Defend yourself from what?
I'm going to defend myself.
You acting violent? There you go. See? No, you chill out. Chill out. Chill out. Chill out.
You know what?
Chill out. Why'd you try to help me?
However, everything changed when cell phone video of the murder surfaced, bringing a whole new perspective to the case.
And let's get back to our continuing coverage as well. Today, the jury was able to watch cell phone video of the moment Tyrell Edwards shot and killed 46-year-old Amanda Williams. This happened at their home in October.
In case you're wondering about the source of this video, it was Edward himself. It turns out that the abusive lover had recorded multiple videos of himself and Amanda Williams arguing in their bedroom. Why he did this is still a mystery, but it would seem he proposed to use the videos as an alibi in case anything ever happened to him. However, when the prosecution played the cell phone videos in the courtroom, they told a different story, one that painted Tyrell Edwards as a murderer.
Edwards had previously told Warrensville Heights police that he started recording the videos when Williams pulled a knife on him, holding him hostage in their bedroom. He says that when she attacked him with the knife, he shot her several times in self-defense. We're about to play 2 of those cell videos that are disturbing. The prosecution said that this first video is of Williams holding a knife while arguing with Edwards, putting the knife down and then walking towards her fiance. The next video, they say, is after Williams had grabbed the recording cell phone out of Edwards' hands. You then hear a lot of commotion, and then comes the
Just so you know, this footage you're about to see can be disturbing.
You gonna stab me?
I'm going to defend myself.
Defend yourself from what?
I'm going to defend myself.
You acting violent? There you go. See? No, you chill out. Chill out. Chill out. Chill out.
You know what?
Chill out. Why'd you try to help me with?
This clip was recorded just moments before Tyrell Edwards shot Amanda. It turned out that Amanda had actually put the knife down before going for a scuffle with Edwards, grabbing his phone. However, in the subsequent recording, the scuffle intensified and the shots were fired. According to analysis of the video, Amanda never really charged at Edwards, and he never warned her off before firing multiple at her. Prosecutors also disclosed that at the time when Edward went to the head of the bed to retrieve the gun, Amanda was at the foot of the bed, several feet away from him, and so she was too far away to cause any harm. In fact, in that scenario, she was the one in danger and in need of self-defense, not him. All of these pieces of evidence made Terrell's self-defense claim more and more invalid. It was more like he planned to kill Amanda all along, and she was the one actually defending herself with a knife.
The prosecution next plays the video of the shooting in slow motion and rotated for easier viewing. They stress that in the video, Edwards never asked Williams to put down the knife, never tells her he has a gun, and doesn't warn her that he's going to shoot her. They also say that while Edwards is near the headboard of the bed grabbing the from under the mattress, Williams is several feet away towards the foot of the bed and was not near or approaching Edwards. Now, the prosecution tells me that they have wrapped up their presentation for the courtroom, but that the trial will continue tomorrow. I then asked the defense if they will be bringing anyone to the stand to testify, and they only answered maybe.
But that wasn't all. You see, when Amanda's medical examiner was called to the witness stand, she revealed that Amanda's death was very much like a homicide. According to the medical examiner, Dr. Elizabeth Mooney, Amanda died from multiple gunshot wounds. In other words, she may have survived if Terrell had shot her maybe once or twice. Dr. Mooney also disclosed that she found 8 gunshot wounds in Amanda's body. However, the most shocking part of Dr. Mooney's testimony was when she disclosed that Terrell never fired those in self-defense, as one of those bullets had already paralyzed Amanda from the neck down, making her of no threat to him whatsoever. The shocking testimony sent chills down the spines of everyone in the courtroom. No one could imagine how a man who was planning on marrying a beautiful, successful black woman could have done such a shameful crime. Meanwhile, when Terrell was called to take the stand, he told the court that Amanda had a demon in her eyes. Now, there's no telling why Terrell said this or if it was the truth. However, the suspect further claimed Amanda had taken his phone from him and stabbed it several times, further heightening his fear. He kept telling her to chill out, but she wouldn't listen. Terrell revealed that at this point he was ready to pack his bags and go, since that's what Amanda wanted. However, he was much too terrified of her that night, especially with the knife. It was after this that he reached for the gun underneath the mattress and fired rapidly. As convincing as his testimony sounded, prosecutors weren't buying it. For one, they were wondering why Terrell didn't de-escalate the situation the way anyone in his situation would, especially since he was the one with the more deadly weapon.
You said you were de-escalating by telling her to chill out. Why didn't you de-escalate further by saying, "I've got your gun, please stop"?
Like I said, I didn't want to shoot her. I'm trying to run to get away, and that's when she cut me off, and she lunged at me with the knife.
Under cross-examination, the details changed.
Did you hear those 6 sounds? That was her hitting the phone, wasn't it?
Yes.
You've got her gun already, correct? You just said so.
Yes.
Edwards testified that he fired 4 or 5 times. He thought she was dead and wanted to call 911. He sent Williams' adult daughter away when she came up to see what had happened.
Why not let Tyler go to her mother and try to help her?
Didn't want Tyler to be traumatized.
Really?
I didn't. She kept trying to get over there. I didn't want her to see her mom like that.
In the end, much of the evidence piled up against Terrell, and when the jury finally gave his verdict, he was found not guilty of aggravated murder. However, he was found guilty of murder and domestic violence. It turned out that Terrell may have killed his wife out of spite because she was outshining him in life and career. Friends and family of Amanda Williams were quite pleased with the outcome of the case, as justice had finally been served. The sentencing hearing came a week later. Tyrell Adams was sentenced to life imprisonment with a chance at parole after serving 15 years. He was also given a few extra years as a firearm sentence.
The sentence on count 2 will be a 15-year sentence, or actually it's a life sentence with parole eligibility after serving the full 15 years. That will run consecutive to 2 3-year firearm specifications pursuant to 2914B1G. Additionally, I'm going to serve an additional 3 years of firearm specifications, again pursuant to my discretion under 2914B1G.
In the end, Amanda got justice for her murder, and her family was finally able to get the closure they needed. However, cases like Amanda's continue to ravage American society, calling a need better protection against domestic violence. What are your thoughts on this story? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe to our channel to enjoy more videos like this. Bye for now.